You refill your tank.
You refill your tank. Yes. I'm telling you, remember this September you're talking about the tank. I'm just trying to imagine how many people are going here around this tankstelle here, the petrol station you are seeing around here. There's no time you're going to look up there. But it's good when you have a holiday and you really feel like you need time to rest. Yeah. And I really appreciate that you had a peaceful holiday. We were here waiting for you for the Chronicles. And I'm telling you, so many things have been happening out there. Yeah. When you were away, when you were away, so many products in the commodities, petrol and everything went higher. I don't know why. When you were away, I'm very sure you are a parent and you were with your kids out there.
Yes.
But now you are back. It is back to school. It is back to back. I don't know how is the feeling. How is the feeling today?
It is first of all very weird. You know? Where I was, there was no mask restrictions.
Okay.
Yeah. And there was no buying tickets in Luxembourg. I was in Luxembourg. In Luxembourg, you're not supposed to. You don't have to put on your mask. You don't. Public transport is free.
Free.
So you get in the bus, you get in the train without your mask. You just feel like a free world. So having spent all that time the other side.
Yes.
It took me a while to realize, I'm not there yet because I was just getting in the bus just like that.
Without any ticket.
Without any ticket and without any mask. So why are all these marigolds looking at me weirdly?
Make me understand.
Suddenly it just hit me that I didn't have my mask on.
Make me understand something here. Luxembourg, you said. Yes, they don't pay ticket.
Yeah, public transport is free in Luxembourg.
How does this come? Because here where we are living in Germany, we had some 2 months enjoying ourselves on the 9 euro ticket.
Yes.
And we have a current president in Kenya who wants to give us free Wi-Fi. So I want just to understand from Luxembourg, how does it come? Is the government funding tickets or how does it go?
What I do understand about Luxembourg is that almost 90% of people who live there work. Yes.
Hey.
There is a very low rate of unemployed indigents.
All right.
Who are living there.
I understand.
So that means their tax revenue
is very
high.
Hey, until they can be. I wish
until they can actually say, you know what, we are paying off the drivers, the bus drivers, and the train drivers. Enter as you wish.
Enter as you wish. I'm only interested. Is food free? I'm asking for a friend.
Unfortunately, food isn't free. Food isn't.
Welcome back. I'm telling you, for those who are listening to us, I'm very sure there are friends from Luxembourg listen to us right now and all over the world, United States. Thank you so much. Before we go further, Nyatia Kinyi, when you were away, something happened special for us here today, and I'm telling you, as we sit here standing, yes, we are Europe's #1 African station, as always. As you have
by
always
the
been.
word.
Yes.
Literally, like we are truly and. By every fact that you want to look at, we are the #1 African.
I'm telling you, as always, you never let us down, our fans from all over the world.
Yes,
you voted, and you voted.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, we're going to not let you down by going to pick this award on the 22nd of October.
Oh, we will be there.
We have to.
But we don't need to wait until we go to receive the award to give you our thanks.
Our thanks.
That we are grateful.
Yes.
We thank you for your support and being with us throughout the journey.
Yes.
We salute our competitor. That's a legend in the field of journalism and media.
Of course.
We respect her. And the competition was tight, but we do thank our listeners, our audience, and our fans for the continued support.
Thank you so much for that. I didn't want to say more because I always find it well when it sounds from a female's voice. And now you have it out there. For those who voted for us, Nyatia Kinyi has already said it. And to our competitor, Karaoke, big up. Respect. She has been in the industry. She is a voice. Yes, she is a legend as she is. We're going to meet her. We're going to tell you what's going on the 22nd of October. Don't miss out. We're going to bring you one-on-one all the way from Osburg. I don't know how the place is called, but
we might be covering from our journey from here. Let them know what happens from where we are to the point of...
We'll tell you who is sleeping on the way when we are going there. Anyway, now today schools are open. Yes. I've seen here in Stuttgart, for the language that we all understand here in German, Schule hat begonnen. For us to teach, for those who are going to work and everything like that.
Yes.
And something today caught in my mind, but I was reading a story. There's something that happened. I'm yet to know the country, and I'm very sure you've seen this thing, whereby we saw a government or the police coming into the house and trying. I think the woman was from an African origin, and etc. And the children were there, and someone was very comfortably filming the thing, whereby the children were taken by the government. Let me just say so, because when I see the police still are the government. So it made me understand here in Germany, so many things like this always appear and always happen that most of the people don't know why and how and which way. Like me now here, I'm blank, I don't know anything. But from that film, from that clip I was looking yesterday, it made me ask what happens on the how does it happen that now the government has to take over the kids, your own kids. The government decides now, you know what, from today these are our kids, this is where they're gonna be, and they take it away from you. I'm trying to understand, is this thing here common in Germany? Because this was not in Germany, I guess.
The event happened in Sweden.
In Sweden? Yeah, because I could not understand the language.
It was Swedish. The woman lives in Sweden.
All right.
And I want to believe she's Kenyan, because
she was speaking some Swahili somewhere.
I watched the clip a few times. And so if she's not Kenyan, then she's definitely East African.
Somewhere from there.
Yeah, because the Swahili from Central Africa also sounds different. So she is most likely to be an East African woman.
I'm telling you.
Living in Sweden.
Okay.
And her kids were trying to be were being taken away from her.
Yes.
So because we did not understand the language, they were speaking in Swedish.
Yes, yeah, sure.
I wanted us to touch on that topic in this episode, because Sweden is diaspora.
Of course, yeah, of course.
And this is Diaspora Chronicles, so we don't base our topics only on
Germany.
On Germany.
Yes.
But we base our topics on things that happens to
diasporians and all over the world
in the diaspora.
Sure.
So that would mean the entire Europe, the entire Asia, US, Australia, if need be. So maybe we should just generalize the topic and ask ourselves, how does it come to the point where the government
takes your own
feels
children
that you are not in the right senses, or you're not in your right capacity?
I love the way you're putting it.
To take care of your own kids.
Yes.
That is a serious that's a serious event. And I don't know whether my brothers and sisters know how heavy this is. Maybe the men might not understand it, but the women should understand it. Sure. Pregnancy as itself takes 9 whole months.
9 whole months.
9 months you're not yourself.
Hey, poor women.
There is morning sickness, there is trouble. Some people get sick the entire 9 months. Headache, because you are heavy, the child is heavy, you can't sleep well, you can't eat well, and the childbirth process
is another process.
There's the blog I read one time that giving birth, the pain of giving birth is like 14 bones being broken at the same time. 45 bones, sorry. 45 bones being broken at the same time. You should imagine that kind of a pain. And for you as a woman to go through all that pain and still have your kids taken away from you,
you must be strong.
Unimaginable. This is unimaginable. But another fact we should tell ourselves, where we are living here, the marigolds have developed so much that their systems are very lenient and very accommodative. That means they are very fair and they are very sober in their judgment and in their decisions. For them to reach that point where they see you unfit to take care of your own kids,
they have gone far.
Then that means they have been really tolerant with you. They have sent you messages, they have come to visit you, they have maybe offered to take you for therapy or something, or maybe offered assistance, and it has not worked. This is not something that they can decide today, tomorrow.
I don't think so too.
Someone reports to them today and tomorrow they decide to come and take your kids. No. That woman was wailing, so painful. I do understand that pain. But we must tell ourselves the truth. For the marigold government to reach to that point where they want to take your kids by force, the way we were seeing it in that clip,
they have talked to you a lot.
They have been tolerant with you. So now let us bring ourselves back to the question.
Let's come.
What goes wrong?
What
and
goes
what
wrong?
Can we take? What can we do?
That's what I want to understand
to make
this
sure
evening.
that these things don't come to that point.
Yes.
Yeah? I'm going to be a bit biased here.
Let's
and
do it.
Today I'm also going to rub people the wrong way. There are those few episodes
Yeah?
that
I'm warning you.
people don't want to hear. But this is Diaspora Chronicles.
We always
say
tell it the way
as
it is.
It is. Truths are bitter.
Yes.
Yeah, but if you want to be honest with yourself, you take what is good for you
You leave the others.
and you leave the others.
Yes.
And you learn from it.
Sure.
Human beings are prone to error. We are not perfect. The only perfect being is a supreme being, which is God.
Hey.
Yeah? But apart from that, no one else is perfect.
Sure.
We can make errors. We can make mistakes.
I'm telling you.
But the most important thing is not to repeat that mistake, but to learn from it.
I understand.
You see it?
I'm getting it.
Or if someone else makes that mistake, you learn from it.
Sure.
That video has gone viral, and it is not the first time that it is happening.
Yeah.
Sorry to say this, 9 out of 10, or maybe 8 out of 10 of the situations,
Yes.
it is always an African family involved.
Hey.
Sadly,
But why?
it is always an African family involved. And most of the time, it is a single parent involved. Yeah? So we don't want to trade blames on what happened, why, who's to blame. No.
ETC, etc.
When you're a single parent, you know that there are higher chances that you might fall into this temptation.
Yes.
For one reason or another. There are many groups in Facebook
Hey.
that people normally go live.
And tell the people what they
Yeah. And this is something that
I've seen
is
more.
happening to diasporans in Europe.
Okay.
I don't see a lot of this in America, for example. Yeah,
Yes.
I see a lot of these lives from African women precisely who live in Europe. Yeah, you go live, you have glasses of drinks, you're getting drunk.
Tell them.
Some are even having their constitution being read there when they are live.
Misusing the internet.
Tell me, if you are someone who has kids, why won't the government come and
They
take
will
those
come
kids
for
away
them
from
very early in the morning. Very
What
early in the
kind
morning.
of depression pushes you so much so that you forget that pain that God... I don't even know how someone can forget that pain of giving birth.
Hey.
Because I would do anything and everything to ensure that I live with my kids and no one takes those kids away from me,
That's
no
it.
matter what. So what is it that pushes you to that extent? Lives are things that stay there for. Internet does not forget.
It doesn't.
We
It
have
will
had a
remind you
woman-
each and every day.
We've had a woman who got her kids taken away from her
Okay.
because she goes live, she drinks, she insults. That is nowadays live is like the opportunity for you to insult. If you have beef with someone, you go live and
You go
then
live and
start
insult.
insulting. Insults are verbal. Yeah, that one I can. But when you are already shouting and there is a child at the back busy saying mama, 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 and you're not
And
even
you're not doing
hearing.
anything.
We that are watching that live are like, that kid has been wailing mama for the past 20 minutes.
Yes.
And you're not getting it. Huh? If something happens at that live lands in the wrong hands, who are you going to blame?
Nobody.
Eh?
You will be crying when they will come early in the morning.
That child in that live,
Yes.
I don't think that child is more than 6 years old.
She is not. She is not.
So there's probably a chance that child was in a dangerous situation.
Yes.
Maybe you left the child alone. Maybe you have a relationship with someone who is busy molesting the child. Maybe the child goes to school without everything. Every day she doesn't have this, she doesn't have this. She's not kept well. She's not clean. She's disturbed. And maybe you are being called very many times, to a sit down.
Yes.
Most of us are afraid when we are called by teachers, or we are told we are
school.
called by social workers,
Yes.
or people from Jugendamt. They call you to have a sit down with you. Most of us are afraid because we immediately start thinking
What's
that they want to
happening?
take the kids away from you. Maybe they want to help you.
Yeah, it can be.
Just what if they want to help you? Because
Yes.
this marigolds is not as if they are just sitting somewhere waiting
For you to make a
mistake,
drink.
to come and take your kids. They have better things to do.
Of course.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's people should not always be thinking of the negative. Maybe you truly need help.
Yes.
I remember I have been a single mother for a very long time.
All right.
And I remember that I was doing my Ausbildung. Yeah, and there was a time that I was really overwhelmed
Okay.
with my kids because they were young.
Yes.
And I have to go to school and I still have to take care of them.
Hey, that's heavy.
So I decided to take myself to Jugendamt.
To
And
take
I told
yourself.
them that I cannot do it alone.
Hey.
If you really reach that point where you feel you cannot do it alone,
Go for them.
there is no harm in going and asking for help. They will not take your kids because you went and asked for help.
Okay.
If you're having jobs or 2 jobs and you need someone to take care of your kids, and those kids are truly young, you have not trained them enough
Yes.
to stay on their own.
Okay.
Go and ask for help.
I
People should
understand
not
now.
think that the marigolds are these monsters.
They are not.
Of course, they have their flaws.
Of course,
If
yeah.
I start saying their flaws, I might, lose my temper.
No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Let's first advise these young
But
women.
they are not monsters.
Okay.
When you are called, they usually start with letters. We have noticed that this and this and this
So
is
they have to
happening.
warn you first before they come.
cannot just ambush you like that.
They are not
Even
Kenyan
if
police.
you are on the wrong, I have had people who have done things. I've known people who have done bad things, but they don't come immediately.
They have
must
to
have
write
a
you.
warrant, if at all, and that warrant comes after they have tried every possible way
To communicate
to
to you.
communicate with you, and you have blocked it. The Germans say, "Sie haben verweigert."
Yeah.
Yeah, that is when now they will go for the drastic measure.
Hey, I
So
understand now.
the lady was really whining like they have done something.
I thought the world is
unfair,
coming over
the
at that
world is
particular
coming
moment.
to an end.
Yes.
And when you're crying as a mother, your child automatically you feel unsafe.
Yeah, that's it.
Then that was what happened. The child just decided to cry because the mom was holding on to the girl. Yeah. And the woman was wailing. We do understand that pain.
Yes.
But tell yourself the truth. Something happened
Before
for it to reach to that point.
that they are coming for your children.
Talk to yourself. If you have a problem with alcohol,
Yes.
go and seek for help. You can you can go to rehab. Someone can come and take care of your kids for you, take care of you. There are cures. They're called Kur, yeah, in German, yeah.
Cures.
Where your medical insurance pays for you
So that they
to
go
and
and
have
being.
3 weeks, so that they talk to you. You have your peace of mind. I mean,
But do you think these
what don't
African
we
women,
have
these
here?
African women will lose such kind of what do you call it?
So then, if it is lowering your pride, but saying you are in your stable mind to take care of your child, what is wrong with that?
Hey,
What is wrong with that? If you are
Women.
you feel like you're lonely or something is happening, that you're depressed, and you cannot take care of your children well, talk to someone.
Yes.
Nowadays we have so many organizations, African organizations, even on Facebook.
they are there.
We have groups
But
where
they-
you can
they
just
fear.
post
They
something,
fear
write something
going to tell their
anonymously.
story.
I am overwhelmed. This and this and this is happening.
Yes.
Help me out. Someone should talk to me. A problem shared is a problem half solved.
Hey, I like that.
Yeah. It was such a painful video, but it is something that usually happens all the time. Maybe a polite reminder
Yes.
to our African fathers, because they have failed us as well.
Before you do that, let me remind some people here, because I know when you go to these fathers out there.
No. Today I don't really want to touch on the fathers so much. Just a polite reminder.
No, I just want to warn them before they be touched, because I know how they feel. They have always been calling here and saying, hey, that woman. Huh?
Yeah.
But before we do that, let me tell you, for those who are listening to us here, we are trying to find a solution to some parents out here, some parents out here. Why does the government come for your kids actually in diaspora? Because we are seeing this in diaspora. You came all the way from Africa and being here, and then you can't control yourself in one way or another. And some situations, maybe the government can see, they can come in, they can help you, as Akinyi has said here. Where are you listening to us from? Remember, this is Diaspora Chronicles. Tell us where you're listening to us from. Our social media platforms are out there. And if you're listening to us on www.cradior.com, thank you so much for always tuning in. And if you are staying here in Stuttgart City, I have some good news for you here. And if you have a car, last time we said here, if you want your car to look like a new relationship, I'm telling you, Prestige Cover is here for you. This is a car wrapping found here in Stuttgart. This is Motto Street 38 7499 Stuttgart, Germany. You can find them stage cover at web.de, or you can just call them at +491 744 517778. And I'm telling you, at prestige cover underscore cover on Instagram and prestige cover on Facebook. Join them. There's a young man there. I'm telling you, if you take your car at that right place at this particular moment where we are trying to change the weather, change your car color, change the look of your car, and I'm telling you, it's gonna be looking fine. Thank you so much for always joining us, and remember, wherever you may be joining us from, your home of African music here is always and always here for you.
.2 FM. This is Radio Ara. Home of African music.
Yeah. Word. Yo, hey no. Unapokatika ni so. Umenisiba kamdodo. Nishushe chupa mwagilia.
Yes, I'm telling you, that tune is actually 2 days old, and I'm telling you, Petinila here, yes, trying to tell us Mwagilia. Remember, this is a Kenyan artist based here in Germany, and remember, he has a collab with Tanzanian artist. I'm talking about Baddest 47 and Paradise Tabasam. I'm gonna check this link out there. As always, your home of African music, we always bring you one-on-one on what is happening here in diaspora, and we want to try and find or advise some people out there. Why does the government come for your kids at this particular moment? You went all through the process, and now you cannot try to be with your kids at this time, and the government comes in. There's a Swahili medali that goes asiyefunzwa na ulimwengu na nani inaitwangaje, does it go? So does it mean the government has to come? That's how you do ulimwengu on this particular point. We have seen so many things. Alcohol, hey, for the single mamas out there and the single daddies, if they are single daddies, I don't know how I can call them, but single parents, let me just say that. And for those, there are some who are both parents, but they cannot try keep up with their children.
Yeah.
What happens at this particular moment? If it is sickness, we cannot understand, and if it's alcohol, you have to change your ways. There's so many things that can happen that the government will come for your own kids and take care of them out there. As we are going to conclude here, Akinyi, what can we tell this? You wanted to talk to this our fathers,
yes,
fathers.
I wanted to conclude. But let us agree together.
Yes.
That the government will take your children when they have a feeling that you are not in the right senses and you're not in the right capacity to take care of those kids.
I love that.
The government will take your children when they feel that the children are not safe with you. Yeah. So once you know that, then you check yourself. Yeah?
What's the problem?
The child might be unsafe, maybe because the child is being sexually harassed, is being molested, is being physically punished, physically abused. Abused is the right word.
Yes.
Maybe the child is lacking a lot of your time. The child is not fit in school. Something happens that the child is not well taken care of physically. I mean, Pflegeweise. That's how they call it. Or you as the parent, you might be a single parent or both parents are not fit to take care of that child, maybe because you're in alcohol or you're busy constantly fighting or you work a lot and you don't have time for the children, something.
Yes.
But before they take your children, surely across the board, whether it is child services here in Europe, in America or wherever, before they take your kids, they will have tried
to write you
other ways to correct the issue.
Yes.
Yeah? And when they have not succeeded, when they fail, to get to an agreement with you, or to a consensus with you,
Yes.
then they go to that drastic measure where they take those kids.
I understand.
Now, our African fathers, that's what I wanted to say. Our African fathers are failing us a bit.
All right. Now this comes to you.
They're failing us a bit. Not entirely, but they're failing us a bit.
Yes.
Maybe it is a wake-up call.
For the African fathers.
For the African fathers. Whether you're living with that woman or not.
Yes.
Try and be inside your child's life. Know where your child is. Know how your child is doing.
How did he
What
sleep?
is going on in school.
Yes.
How can you be of help to this woman.
Yes.
Whether you're living with her or not. That is the parting shot that I want to give everybody. And to the women, you know the pain of giving birth. It is not a joke.
They
some
forget.
Some women lose their lives while giving birth.
And some are
women
blessed.
lose their life during pregnancies. Some women go to hospital and come back without kids.
Hey.
That child just died, a stillbirth. So it is a miracle on its own.
Yes.
Pregnancy and childbirth is a miracle. Is really between you and God. And when you have those angels blessed upon you,
Yes.
you are the custodian of them. You're supposed to take care of them. Whatever that will block you from exercising that, take care of it.
Take care of it.
However you want to do it, but take care of it. Talk to someone, go to social service, Jugendamt, was weiß ich, but talk to someone. Get help if you need to.
I understand.
Yeah.
Hey, our fathers out there, I hope you have understood. And I'm telling you, so many things are happening here in diaspora. We're going to tell you the way it is. And as always, Diaspora Chronicles, we always shine out there to tell you what is happening here in diaspora. Before you make a decision that you're not going to take care of these kids and the government will come there for you, please think and rethink. Think and rethink. And as we start, the month has already started, but this is the first show of September. Please, I hope you're going to take a word out there for those who are joining us and for those who are listening to us. And as always, every Wednesday, we're going to bring you the Diaspora Chronicles. So keep it on. We have an eye out there what's happening here. We're going to bring you and tell you what is happening. And each and every Wednesday, you're going to see us seated here, giving you all, nothing but the best on what is happening here in diaspora. So keep it on listening to your home of African music. And once again, thank you so much for always tuning in and for always being with us as your home of African music. We don't have anything to tell you at this point in hour. Thank you so much, Akinyi, and thank you. Welcome. I think this was a topic that most of the people outside here who fear to go to friends out there to go to tell. You can hear it from the home of African music here, and that's why we are bringing it here live to you. Thank you so much for joining us, and keep it on. Up next, I'm telling you, we have the ship, and there's so many programs that are coming here. We're gonna know so many things from Hausa in Ghana. We're gonna having so many programs here until the day ends. So keep it on your home of African music, and keep it on joining us from wherever you may be listening to us from.
99.22 FM. This is Radio Ara. This is Radio Ara, home of African music.
Madonda fresh keja medeataki skuma amechoka na nguo za gikomba karanja kuna dona fa kutuma niweke kwa inamba buda boss tuma kitu na tumepia na ya kutoa tuma kitu maze form sio poa tuma kitu usisahau ya kutoa